Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Welcome to Saturday morning. And for the start of today's meditation, I've got quite a long piece from Osho to read to you. So we're going to dive right in. This is from Osho. He says, I am simply saying that there is a way to be sane. Hey somebody, good morning. Happy Saturday morning. Osho says, I am simply saying that there is a way to be sane. I'm saying that you can get rid of all this insanity created by the past in you just by being a simple witness of your thought processes. How does that sit with you? Does it make sense? Just by being a simple witness to your thought processes, you can find sanity. Sorry, get that timer started as well. He says, it is simply sitting silently, witnessing the thoughts passing before you, just witnessing, not interfering, not even judging, because the moment you judge, you have lost the pure witness. The moment you say, this is good, this is bad, you've already jumped into the thought process. Hey, Anthony, a good evening to you, man. Good to see you. Osho says, it takes a little time to create a gap between the witness and the mind. Once the gap is there, you're in for a great surprise. That you are not the mind. That you are the witness. You are a watcher. Because as you become more and more deeply rooted in witnessing, thoughts start disappearing. You are, but the mind is utterly empty. That is the moment of enlightenment, says Osho. That is the moment that you become, for the first time, an unconditioned, sane, really free human being. I really enjoy this beautiful description by Osho, and while it makes intellectual sense to look at this message and understand how it's helpful, what does it take to be the witness? When something wakes up inside of me screaming in rage or pain, what does it take to access that space of witness in that moment? We have senses inside of us and outside of us. Our 5 outer senses give us feedback about what's happening in the world around us. And then we have a complex mixture of feelings, thoughts, and emotions that tell us about what's happening in the world within us as well. When I pick up a bad smell from the world around me, it's easy to go, oh, I smell something bad. But when it's an inner sense I'm experiencing, I turn it into, oh no, I am something bad. Of course, our inner world feels very personal, which is why it's so easy to believe that the things I think and feel are in fact who I am. But could it be different? Could I learn something from my sense of smell that says, oh, I only smell something bad? And could I learn from that and turn my inner experience into, I'm not bad because of the experience I'm having? Could I be the witness to my inner senses as easily as I am the witness to my outer senses? And that is, of course, our journey today. Come to your senses. Give yourself the opportunity to practically do the exercise of sitting with your senses and just experiencing whatever feedback they give you. If you're ready, let's float away together. You can close your eyes and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you breathe in, as you fill your belly with air, also raise yourself up. Stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. Our journey today is a journey through the experience of this body. We'll start by checking in with this body right now. While you continue your full body breathing, with your next exhale, bring your attention to your forehead, the space between your eyes. Do you often catch yourself having a frown there? And in this moment, have you completely softened that space between your eyes? With your next exhale, as you soften, bring your attention to the space in and around your mouth. Are your teeth grinding hard top against bottom? Is your tongue pressed hard against the roof of your mouth? Do you sometimes find your jaw muscles clenched hard? And for this moment, have you completely softened there? With your next exhale, bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Do you sometimes find your shoulders pulled up high, almost level with your ears? And for this moment, are they hanging gently, comfortably, loosely off the sides of your body? With your next exhale, bring your attention to the area around your stomach, your abdominal muscles, the place where we hide tension most effectively. And as you breathe out, can you make sure that you're completely softened there? Check in with your butt cheeks. Are they being clenched? Or are you completely softening? And then lastly, check in with your arms and legs, specifically your hands. Do you sometimes find your hands tightly balled into fists? And sometimes we can even see how the nails make indentations in the palms. And for this moment, are your hands lying loosely, half open in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, further helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left and also lean your upper body over to the right. See in your mind the curve of a banana and match your spine to it. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, as much as we are able to do at least, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. Feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, our journey today is a journey through this body. So take a deep breath, dive in, and say hello to this body. Perhaps even wrap your arms around this body and say, hello there, body. It is lovely having you. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our body. The first stop is your eyes. For this exercise, we keep the eyes closed and try to see with our mind. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, what would be the most obvious thing that you would see in the room you are in if you were to open your eyes? And now with your eyes closed, study this obvious thing from all of its angles. Try and see all of its color and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. We're still staying with the eyes, but we're changing gears. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what would be the least obvious thing that you would see in the room that you're in if you were to open your eyes? And then as you take a deep breath, as you dive deep inside, use your mind to study this less obvious object. See it from all its angles. See all of its color and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to be the witness to the experience that your eyes give you. We'll take a step down to our ears and what we can hear. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that your ears can find right now. Listen deep into that sound and see if you can find all of the different layers of sound within this obvious sound. Take your next big breath. Then we change gears, and as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find the slightest sound that you can pick up in your environment right now. Something that's barely a whisper. Tune into it. Listen deep into it and see how much of this slight sound you can find to listen to. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you are able to be the witness to the experience that your ears provide. For the next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever works for you. Makes it easy for you to smell and to taste. Then with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to whatever obvious smell you can find. Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears and see if you can find any other smell at all. Anything besides the first obvious smell that you found. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you are able to be the witness to the experience that your nose gives you. We're taking a step downwards to what you can taste. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to whatever obvious taste you can find right now. Take your next big breath. then see for a moment, as you take your next big breath, whether you can find any other taste beyond the first obvious taste. Take your next big breath. Notice the ease with which you're able to be the witness to the sensation that your taste buds give you. We have one more stop to do, and that is the surface of your skin. So scan the surface of your skin and find where is the spot where you feel the most clear sensation, the most obvious sensation. And as you take a deep breath and dive deep inside, bring your attention to that spot, to that obvious sensation. You might even find that you could describe different forms of pressure and sensation there. Take your next big breath. And just one more time, bring your attention to a spot on the surface of your skin where you can feel the slightest sensation. It might be something like being able to feel the air brush your forehead or your cheek. Take your next big breath. And again, notice the ease with which you are able to be the witness to the experience that your skin is giving you. We'll do one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Again, I want to bring your attention to the ease with which you're able to be the witness to your outer senses, the senses that tell you about the world around you. And then ask you this question: might it be similarly easy to become the witness to your inner senses, thoughts, feelings, emotions? Would it be possible for you to find the same space in which you take a step back and just be the witness to what's happening here? Be the witness to the feeling. Watch it being felt. Be the witness to the thoughts. Watch the thinking happening. I'll read to you from Osho one more time. He says, I am simply saying that there is a way to be sane. I'm saying that you can get rid of all this insanity created by the past in you just by simply being a witness of your thought processes. It is simply sitting silently, witnessing the thoughts. Just witnessing, not interfering, not even judging. Because the moment you judge, you have lost the pure witness. The moment you say this is good and this is bad, you have already jumped into the thought process. It takes a little time to create a gap between the witness and the mind. Once the gap is there, you're in for a great surprise. That you are not the mind, you are the witness, the watcher. This exercise of paying attention to your physical senses is really one of the simplest things we can do. However, this skill of deliberately taking a step back and just witnessing, it translates. It helps us become the witness to our inner senses too. So you don't need to wait for a big meditation to come along. You can stop for a few minutes at any time and any day and just cycle through your physical senses. Remind yourself what it feels like to take a step backwards and just witness the experience. You are getting better at this. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this body and all of its physical senses. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for easily surrendering to being the witness to these senses. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that I can, in fact, apply the same skill to my inner senses too. It takes a bit more work, but the ability is there to be the witness to the thoughts, to the feelings, to the emotions. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for getting better at not having any criticism, not having any judgment over any thoughts, any feeling, any emotion, and learning that the more ease that I can allow this experience to be felt, the more ease with which this moves along as well, moves along through me. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Osho starts that piece with, what I'm trying to say is that there is a way to be sane. I think that is very simply put, but also really accurate. Hey Estelle, a very good morning. Good to see you. Pepe, have a great evening. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Sunmarie. Hope you have a beautiful Saturday. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.